the super duper late night tap in. That's how we roll. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get my recording stuff together here. All right, we're doing the super duper late night tap in. How y'all living, man? Glad to have y'all tuning in. All right, if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. We good? What's up, Nicki, the God in the building? I see you, beloved. We are here making it do what it do. Everybody gather on in the room. Give me a retweet. Let everybody know that I'm live now. And I'm glad everybody's up chilling. It's summertime. We're doing our thing. And we're going to chop up game as we always do. We're on the room to pile up. We already got a couple of hundred people in the room already. Let me turn off one of my loud fans because I don't want sounds buzzing in the back. I do my late night tap-ins a little later because the kids out of school. So they stay up a little later. So I wait till they go to bed so they're not jumping around making a bunch of noise when I'm doing the late night tap-in. But I'm here. We're making it happen. Before I get started, I hope everybody got their root work deodorant. It is summertime. So must is very high out here in these streets. So it's important for you to get your root work deodorant. And you can get that at rootworkstyle.com. You cannot be walking around here musty. You need some of that root work. It's all natural. It has no aluminum in it. Y'all better understand, y'all using some of this deodorant from Walgreens, Walmart, or wherever, from some of these stores with all these chemicals in them, and then your breasts got lumps in them. You understand? Dudes, you putting on these chemical based deodorants out here, and you walking around here with your man boobs looking like Nicki Minaj. You need to get some all natural root work so it don't do all types of weird stuff to your body. All right? It's all natural, and we got that High John the Conqueror root in it. And that was a root that was used by foundational Black Americans to give us healing power and spiritual energy. What's up, Wani? I see you, beloved. Few things we're going to touch on before I get some calls, ladies and gentlemen. A few things we're going to touch on because I do want to get some calls. You know, people were upset with BET, the BET Award, and there was a lot of ratchetness on the BET Awards, and I've talked about it for the last couple of days. But one thing that was very funny, BET did like a remembrance thing, and they put up remembering O.J. Simpson. Boy, the white supremacists got mad at that. Oh, they got mad at that. That BET gave a shout out to O.J. Simpson. So that's probably the only good thing they did. There was nothing wrong with that. There was absolutely nothing wrong with them giving a shout out to O.J. Simpson. Nothing at all. O.J. Simpson is an innocent man. He was innocent. 100% innocent. So, yeah, you give a shout out to an innocent man. He was found not guilty by a court of law. All right? So, people are going to have to respect that. They tell us to respect Kyle Rittenhouse, and Kyle Rittenhouse sat up here and executed some people, premeditated, and they sit up here and parade this guy around on college campuses and tell us to suck it up. It's the law. We got to respect the law. Well, you better respect OJ and respect BET for giving him a shout out. BET did one of the few things that was the right thing, giving OJ Simpson a shout out, because OJ Simpson was a legend, and an innocent legend, and luckily he didn't get framed by a group of white supremacists. Now, later on, another group of white supremacists flipped him and got him locked up for damn near a decade for quote unquote stealing his own stuff, which was a revenge thing. You know, they got their little revenge. But again, that lessened confidence in the system. When they do little stuff like that, they really shoot themselves in the foot by trying to maintain white supremacy. That's the white supremacists will shoot themselves in the foot in order to maintain white supremacy. You know, these people will take an L on one side just to say they took a W on the other side, just like with the LA riots. These fools sat up there and protected these race soldiers, and the city of LA had $1 billion bill. This city burned to the ground. People in the dominant society getting pulled out of their cars, out of their homes, getting touched up, just so they can sit up here and try to pop their collar. You dig? They'll do anything to try to maintain white supremacy. And they'll take an L trying to maintain it. Good, take that L. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of maintenance, I saw a tweet where this Jamaican person was talking about who they're rooting for when it comes to the Olympics and sports. Let me quote the tweet accurately. Let me quote this tweet accurately. They were talking about who they root for in sporting events. Hold on, let me go down my tweeting timeline real quick, and I'm gonna be very accurate about the tweet. Hold on, what are we doing? What are we doing? I hate when Twitter gets to acting funny. Hold on. The tweet says, where is it, man? Hold on. Damn it. Hold on. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Let me find the exact tweet. But yeah, it shows a lot of these people have this delineating mindset when it comes to us, but we're not supposed to have it. Man, the hell with that. Hold on. I'm looking for the tweet because I get so many tweets. Um, where is it? Where is it? Bear with me 1 second. I'm scrolling down. Where's the damn tweet, man? Okay, hold on. Okay, where the hell is the damn tweet? Okay. Nicki, hold on. I know Nicki the God. Oh, here, I see it. There we go. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, here's the tweet. So the tweet was order of who Jamaicans want to win. 1, any Jamaican athlete. 2, any Caribbean athlete. 3, any athlete from Africa. 4, any black athlete not from the USA. 4, anybody but USA. So this was some Caribbean person tweeted, some Jamaican person tweeted this. And a lot of people liked it and co-signed it. And okay, fine. Okay, I can roll with that. We can roll with that because when we delineate and say, okay, we want our folks to win, and we're gonna win anyway. So we're already gonna win. So, but when we delineate from this nonsense, they get mad. They have this disposition. Fam, we got to understand in the sporting industry, when a black American athlete is competing, white Americans will side with a foreign opponent against the black American, and tethers will too. You understand? Tethers will sit up here and root against the black American. We saw that with George Floyd, not George Floyd, Floyd Mayweather. What I'm saying, Floyd Mayweather. When Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor up in Vegas, and I went up there, I was at the fight. I was the only one walking around with an American flag. I was like, I'm Team USA. I've been on my American flag thing. I was walking, and you can see pictures. There's old pictures of me back, this 2018, something like that, where I had the American flag draped around me. Because what happened was up in Vegas, everybody was buying Irish flags. These weren't Irish people. Ain't that many damn Irish people. But you had all of these white people and tethers buying up all the Irish flags. They were running around Vegas. Everybody had Irish flags for Conor McGregor. I was the only person walking around with an American flag. You see? We're the only ones who show real patriotism. The people in the dominant society, if it doesn't maintain white supremacy, they'll renege on this flag. They'll discard the American flag at the drop of a hat. Look at the Confederates. Remember what the Confederates were fighting for white supremacy. These are their words. The Confederacy they were going against the United States because the Confederacy, they wanted to set up a straight up and down white supremacist regime. These are their words. Even the guy who made the Confederate flags said this flag is to maintain white supremacy. It's supposed to represent white supremacy. All of their narratives and doctrines, when you look at the leaders of the Confederacy, they were all talking about maintaining white supremacy. These folks don't have no allegiance to the US flag if they don't feel like it's going to maintain white supremacy. They only have an allegiance to white supremacy. That's it. Okay? So when we talk about black people being patriotic, we're the only real patriots, family. We're the only people we've maintained the morals and integrity of what America should be. We're the only people that have done that, family. Nobody has done that except us. Nobody. You see? So that's why people are so ruffled when we're now delineating, looking out for ourselves. There was a video clip up there in somewhere in Minnesota. You had all of these Somali politicians sitting around talking about how they shouldn't support white politicians or black politicians or anybody else. They got to support what's her name? Omar. So you got all of these tethers sitting up here having little secret meetings, proudly delineating from us. Proudly. But when we do it, well, it's a problem. Family, on my broadcast the other day, I talked about this study and these COINTELPRO type tactics that they're using against us as foundational Black Americans, talking about we're spreading misinformation. They're they're going to start trying to attack our circles, attack um, our spaces by claiming we're spreading misinformation about Biden, the election, and other things. And I ran down a paper by this Nigerian tether who wrote this thing, but there was an accompanying NBC article about that paper. I got to read some of the stuff because see, they start calling foundational Black Americans out by name. Let me read this NBC News article. They called Reza out. Let me see. It says, hold on. At least 40 million Americans may be regularly targeted and fed disinformation within Black online spaces by a host of sources across social media, fueling false information around the election, according to a new report. Touted as the first deep dive into understanding disinformation targeting Black America, the report, published by Onyx Impact, which is funded by whites, by the way, they just got a tether face on it, a nonprofit organization working to combat disinformation within the Black community. Again, this is a damn tether who ain't even from our community. It says they identified half a dozen core online networks reaching or targeting Black Americans online with false and misleading narratives. Conservative commentators like Candace Owens are among the most influential distributors of false information, according to the report, followed by a variety of sources such as platforms geared towards the Black manosphere, like the Fresh and Fit podcast. It's cap. These dudes pander to white supremacy. And they just threw them in there to kind of make it seem like they're just going after everybody. No, no, no. It's going after the non-Sambo class. Candace and Fresh and Fit, those are Sambos. They're non-factors. Most Black society don't really listen to them like that. The report identifies some platforms like the nationally syndicated radio show, The Breakfast Club, as a gateway influencer or an authentic online space that holds critical space for stemming the tide of disinformation. These platforms, however, are often targets for bad actors to introduce harmful narratives, according to the report. It continues to read the three other effective sources of disinformation, the report notes, are extreme Black nativist and separatist, like foundational Black Americans who don't believe in the concept of Pan Africanism and have stressed that people who are not descendants of enslaved people should not speak for or on behalf of Black Americans. Let me read the rest and I'm going to go back to this. As well as health skeptics like Riza Islam, an activist and self appointed intellectual extremist who has said without evidence that childhood vaccines destroy the brain chemistry and lead to autism and other disabilities. According to the CDC, this is not true. None of the other individuals or platforms listed above responded to requests for comments. Y'all didn't. When did y'all get a request? Hold on. When did y'all get a request? I didn't get no request for no damn comment. I would have gladly gave a comment to that horse crap. How many of you got a request from these people? And the woman who wrote that report, she follows me. Nobody requested a damn thing from us. We didn't get no request. This was a hit piece. This is COINTELPRO style propaganda. Let's go back to what they're saying about us, foundational Black Americans, talking about extreme Black nativist and separatist. So this is the thing. If a Black person is talking about Pan-Africanism, they will label them as an extremist sometimes. When a Black person is talking about the United States ain't worth a damn and death to the cracker, we need to move. Oh, he's extreme. That's an extremist. We're not talking like that. We as Black Americans, we're talking about, hey, this is our homeland. We're proud of our homeland. So now they're trying to relabel that as us being Black native extremists, nativists, because we're taking pride in our damn homeland. So now they're trying to spin that into an extremist movement. Black extremists and separatists. What the hell does that mean? We're already separated. And we don't believe in the concept of Pan-Africanism. The Africans don't believe in no damn Pan-Africanism. What kind of Pan-Africanism is going on in Africa? They don't believe in Pan-Africanism. That's why it's so damn tribal there. You see, they're trying to put all of these tropes on us when we want to delineate and just do our own thing and just keep people out of our mix. Look at the labels they put on us. We get extremist labels put on us if we want to build our own communities and not have tethers misrepresent us. We're like everybody else. Y'all don't let other people go and misrepresent your community. We can't go to none of these other countries and interfere in their politics and their social issues as outsiders. They'd run us out of there. But we're supposed to let them do it. We're supposed to let tethers just come among us, undermining us, undermining every tangible movement we try to get down on. We try to get reparations and we get a bunch of damn tethers from the Caribbean and Africa telling us that we don't believe in it as an elected official. I'm going to fight against it. And we're extremists for not wanting to go down with that program? Then go to hell. We're extremists because we don't want tethers undermining us. We don't want a Kamami Harris sitting up here talking about what the hell she ain't gonna do for Black folks. That woman told us in our face what the hell she ain't gonna do. And then they roll the red carpet out for Asians, Jewish people, Native Americans, Ukrainians, everybody, LGBT, everybody and their mama. And we're extremists because we don't want Kamami Harris to come among us every 4 years talking about she in the streets and she put some hot sauce on some greens. No, we're not extremists. We're very conservative. We're doing what everybody else is doing. We're looking out for our own ethnic group. Boy, these people got a lot of nerve out here, family. Y'all start raising your hand if you want to get on. Let's get people up in here. Let's talk about it. Let's get folks in here. It was Josh Allen. Hop on, Josh Allen. Josh Allen, hop on in here. What's up, Dwan B? I see you down there, player. Josh, hop on. Turn your microphone on, Josh.
Hey, how's it going, Tariq? I agree with a lot of things you're saying and disagree with some, but
like what? Well, like what do you disagree with? And by the way, you a white man, by the way?
Of course, yep.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know. Where you from, by the way, Josh?
I'm from the Midwest. To say
Okay,
that
there you go. There you go. When did your family come to the United States?
we came over in the I'm Italian American. We came over in the 1890s, and then some of
Okay,
my other family came over during Ellis Island.
got it. Okay, so y'all came over when shit, was Italy even called Italy at that time? I know it wasn't called. They didn't even call it Italy until like the
Well,
it was
there's Northern Italy, Southern Italy. There's the Sicilians, the Maltese.
right. Yeah, because Italy wasn't a nation state until like the 1880s, right? Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So what's on your mind, Josh?
Just a simple question. The one thing I kind of think it's not the only reason, but I think one of the main reasons why the country, at least the United States, is being flooded with immigrants in the tens of millions is because I think a lot of the black population um, kind of woke up, to keep it simple, and started advocating, like you said, for their own interests in their own group. And do you think the reparations movement became, because it became so big and organized, that this was the regime's response to deal with it? And then how do you, as a Black American, what would be ways to advocate for reparations and to solve that issue? Because it feels like a lot of the immigration is being used to basically take political power away from Black people. I think that's one of the reasons. But
Yeah, and I agree, and that's a great observation, and I agree 100%. They've always used immigration against us, against foundational Black Americans, and our progression. Right after we got out of slavery, right during Reconstruction, they monitored us. They saw once we got out of slavery, these people had done everything to us, gave us a poor diet, gave miseducated us, made it illegal for us to read, broke our families up. Um, Sexually assaulted us. I mean, these people did vile things to us. And right after slavery, during Reconstruction, boy, we got it together very quickly. We had all the skills, we knew all the trades. Black people were sitting up here. We had the Freedmen's Bank. Millions of dollars were going into the Freedmen's Bank. We started building up communities around the country. We started opening up our independent Black schools. We cut our illiteracy rate in half immediately. We got on the ball quickly, and they saw how fast we were progressing and rising after slavery. We started getting patents all over the place, inventing so many different things. These people said, oh, no, no, we got to stop this. First of all, let's take this money from the Freedmen's Bank. They robbed the Freedmen's Bank, finessed us out of our money with that. Oh, we'll take that, Negroes. Then they started targeting many of our independent Black cities like Wilmington, prosperous Black city. The white supremacists said, hey, no, 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 no. We need to maintain white supremacy. These Negroes are getting too powerful here. Let's burn it down. And let's flood the zone with a bunch of immigrants. We need some more white people over here. Let's open up the floodgates. Let's have all the poor, slummy white people from Europe come on over here and flood the zone because, yeah, these Black folks, um, they're getting it together. They're finding their loved ones. They're getting their families back intact. These people got all of these skills because during slavery, people they get on the and family stop letting people make it seem like we were just out here picking some damn cotton. Man, we were doing way more than that. Man, we were inventing so many things. Um, man, we were inventing dry cleaning, machinery. We were creating things within the railroad system. We were architects. Horace King, one of the best architects in the South, foundational Black American who was enslaved. This guy was designing bridges and houses all over the place. And again, I talk about this before. You go to some of these plantations, South Carolina, Louisiana, they'll tell you who the architects were. It was the Black people who were the architects of many of these big houses and mansions, especially down there in Louisiana. I went to a plantation. We were filming down there. They got a statue of a Black man who was the architect of all of that stuff. So yeah, don't let them make you think we were just it was just the cotton. No, no, no. We were doing way more than that, and we had all of these skills, and we were utilizing these skills to empower ourselves. So what they would do, they flooded the zone with all of these immigrants, and then the European immigrants, and then they started to create unions to get us locked out of these jobs. They got these white supremacist unions, and they would brag on a lot of their products. back in the Jim Crow era, a lot of products would say this product was made by proud white men. They would brag about this, family. Look that up. This grease was made by proud white men of such and such union. So yeah, they had to cut down our progress. They've always done things to cut our progress down because they know that we have the ability to take over as foundational Black Americans because we adapt very quickly. So the 1960s, again, we're making progress. They fled the zone with a lot of immigrants. Now we're talking about getting reparations, getting tangibles. Boy, they opened up the floodgates and allow a bunch of immigrants coming over here. And what's interesting, have y'all noticed, and I'll keep pointing this out, when we talk about reparations, who's the first people to jump up against it? Immigrants. They let the immigrants in as a buffer class. If you notice, the main people, the first people talking against reparations are the people who just got here. You got a damn accent talking about what we ain't supposed to get. Y'all remember up in Chicago when the black people up there talking about reparations, they had some kind of town hall meeting. Some white Hispanic dude with a damn accent yelling at the black folks. I'm like, you get a job, nigga. Get you, you're lazy. You're lazy. Get a job. He's up here yelling at the black folks. He still got an accent, yelling against reparations. So yeah, they knew what they were doing by flooding the zone with all of these immigrant groups. Now the trick bag is they're letting all of these people over, and now they're committing crimes against a lot of these people in the dominant society. Yeah, they're letting all these people over, and what's happening is they're letting over. They're not vetting these people like they're supposed to, so they're letting over a lot of the criminal class, and a lot of these people are committing crimes against other people in the dominant society too. So they're shooting themselves in the foot again. Yeah. So let me get Black Davinsky. Black Davinsky in the building. Mr. Black Davinsky, hop on. Black Davinsky. Turn your mic.
Salam alaikum, brother Tariq.
Oh Lord, what's going on? So you didn't change your name to Black Davinsky?
Yeah, I got banned, man. Can you believe it? I was
Oh
going
no.
after the Indians and
Oh, they banned
the
one of your.
Indian tethers.
Yeah, you were doing too much trolling, and they got one of your channels and knocked you on out. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. But
So
this is,
what's
by
happened
the
in
way,
the world of black supremacy?
this is, by the way, this is the white supremacist Dr. Davinsky. He's a white supremacist who's in
Alleged,
Australia.
alleged, Tariq,
Wait,
alleged.
haven't you? You pretty much confirmed that you're a white supremacist. You pretty much, I like an
uh,
honest white supremacist. I like that. I like an honest white supremacist.
So you
Um,
talked to my man Merciless the other day. Do
yeah,
you know he's from a reservation called Pine Ridge? Eight
yeah.
out of ten people end up in prison. 8 out of 10 are alcoholics. They have like a GDP of something like $5,000 a year. These are third world stats. So I was thinking, what are you guys gonna do? How, because we all know about the Buffalo Soldiers. That you blacks used to go around and really torment these poor Native people. So how about
No,
reparations for
no,
them?
no, no. They didn't. No, 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 no. They didn't. The Buffalo Soldiers didn't torment them because the many of the Buffalo Soldiers were the Black Seminoles, and some of those red natives were fighting them and trying to turn them in and round them up and send them into slavery. And the Buffalo Soldiers slash Black Seminoles, they said, no, we're gonna spank that ass, and that's what happened. All right, they
Well,
got
don't
their
you
asses
think
whooped.
that, like, out of any group that needs, I mean, educational attainment, even imprisonment rates, like, wealth, access to wealth, Native Americans have it worse than FBAs.
How
So don't
so,
you think that? I just said they have less educational attainment, lowest life expectancies. I think their
dude?
imprisonment rates are higher.
Dude, they get all types of funding and resources. You can't get a grant without it going to them first. They get first dibs on any grant that's available. They get forms of reparations. They got casinos. They get tax free status. Man, please.
So they're
I
privileged.
Man, I done been to some of these reservations out in Arizona. They got it popping, dude. The hell out of here. Man, you
Oh,
got all
good.
of that land out here in
Well, I saw
California.
a
They
few.
just no, 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 no. Hold on. Out here in California, they just I think they gave like 100 acres of land to one of these red native tribes. Get the hell out of here.
I
Give
saw
me
some
some of
cute.
that.
I
Give
saw
me
some
some of
Pew
that.
Research, Tariq, and by 2050, there's a projection that there won't be a single heterosexual straight black FBA left because they're all becoming trans. What are you going to do to stop? Because maybe if we can delay reparations to 2050, we only have to pay like five of you. So what do you think about that?
Well,
I
did
haven't
you?
met a straight black man. Even you, you're smacking your lips all the time. You're smacking your lips, acting all sassy
Yeah,
with that FBA energy.
because I'm thinking about your mama's white titties. That's why it makes my lips water. That makes my mouth water. All right, but yeah, that's you projecting your Greco-Roman thing. You white supremacists love the smell of hot pussy. So that's you guys. You guys are freaks, and I'm gonna talk about you more on Buck Breaking 2 when that comes out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
It's
you're in the
Buck
works for that
Breaking
one.
2, Buck Breaking 2, White Pussy Boogaloo. That's what we're gonna name it.
You know, I might actually try. Where can you watch this? You have to go to your website to watch Buck Breaking.
Yes, you can get it at fbastream.com. Also, you can get it on Amazon. You can stream it on Amazon. Buck
Uh,
Breaking, you can stream it on Amazon right now. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, I got to make Buck Breaking 2 about your community. Uh, yeah, the white supremacists really hated that I did Buck Breaking about their community, talking about that Greco Roman thing where they've always been little freaks. They've always been, when we went over to Greece, well, they had all types of just casual artwork of dudes bending each other over. They had that all over Greece. I mean, you go to like a convenience store and they got souvenirs of dudes bending each other over. It's that normal, dude. It's completely normal. That's their culture. You know, it's insane. All right, let me get some people in here. We got a lot of people in here. Let's get Jay the Goon. Is it Jay I the Goon? All right. And then we'll get Sweeney. All right, Jay, and then we're gonna get our brother Maroc in the building. So, Ji, you good?
Hello.
Yes. What's going on, man?
Okay, so I just want to say thanks for having me on. I like what you're doing and everything. Can I call you Mr. Nasheed? Is that okay?
Yes, and you're Sweeney, right?
Yes,
All right. Now, where you from, Sweeney?
I'm from the Bay.
The Bay. There you go. Where's your family from?
My on my mom's side, they're from Chicago, by way of Mississippi.
Okay. Your dad?
They're Puerto Rican.
There you go. There. So, what's on your mind?
So I would, because you have experience in media and everything. I just wanted to know if you could have, if you could make one major change in mass media, at least in the USA, what would that be?
A major change?
Yes, or just something you want to see happen, or something that you want to see that would, like, make things better for FBA.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I would say, hey, we don't depend on the mass media because the mass media is a propaganda mill. I would like to see more independent media, which is what we're doing now. The mass media that's corporatized. So we just have to know what it is. When we see the mass media, we got to understand who controls it and why they control it. We have to be more thorough with creating our own independent media content to combat what we see with the mass media. What's up, brother Maroc? Hop on, bro.
What up, Tariq? Yesterday someone brought up Grace Wisher, and today you brought up the flag. Um, I wanted to bring up the fact that it's like what you say. Once they give us just a little bit of credit, we probably had a whole lot more to do with what they try to give us credit for.
Oh yeah.
So, with that said, they say that she only stitched the flag, but we also know that the American flag also has blue in it, and white people, they were not cultivating or utilizing indigo in any degree. So I would say, just within that context, that she probably, if not more, Black Americans had more to do with the flag
Oh
than they
yeah.
let on. What do you think about that?
I believe that, man. And the same thing with Benjamin Banneker. When they try to say, well, Benjamin Banneker memorized the blueprint of, I think, well, some French guy, and the French guy dropped out. I think that's all cap. I think they say that just so they can't give credit to Benjamin Banneker for actually designing the city of Washington, D.C. himself. They always, if they give in, look, like Brother Marak said, if they give you a little credit, that means you did more than what they're giving you credit for. Just like with our brother Lewis Latimer, when they say he did the blueprints for the telephone, truth be told, I think Lewis Latimer not only created the light bulb, I think he invented the telephone too. They just downplay it. Again, we're talking about in the 1800s, white supremacists, they'll just steal your creation and take credit for it. As Thomas Edison did that, you know? And Thomas Edison has been to court against black people, and the black folks won. Granville T. Woods won against Thomas Damn Edison. Did I say Jefferson? I meant Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, the so-called inventor. But Thomas Edison went to court against Granville T. Woods, and that brother won. So you know that brother had his shit right. But again, if they give us a little credit, that means we did way more than what they're giving us credit for. Let's get let me see, who is this? Black Native. Let's get Black Native in here, and then we'll get Deek Nose. Black Native and Deek Nose. What's up? How you doing, dear?
I'm doing good. How you doing, brother?
I'm
I'm
good.
so I'm so glad you brought up Benjamin Banneker. I was in a space and I was kind of having a debate with someone as far as our people learning, knowing how to read more than what they were telling us. Because I was like, when the Europeans came over here, like maybe 90% of them were illiterate. They didn't know
Yes, they
how
were.
to build.
That's right.
So if we didn't know how to read or do math, how were we building monuments, White Houses, bridges? How do we know how to be architects and engineers? So I'm wondering, because they said we were illiterate, what is the percentage of black people, how much do you think we know how to read back then? Because they try to say we didn't know how to do anything.
Right. And that's why we were doing things like creating the Tut language and teaching it to each other secretly. We knew how to communicate. And I want y'all to listen to some of the black people who they recorded in the 1930s. The Library of Congress, they went around, the U.S. government were recording former slaves back in the 1930s. If you listen to these people, they were relatively articulate. When you heard them talk, they were very articulate. That whole mush mouth talk, we weren't really doing that. That was the kind of a white supremacist creation. If you look at what black folks said on paper, according to the white people, we were, well, I's gonna go down to the store and finds me something good to eat. You know, when you look at footage from the civil rights era, you look at Dr. King and Rosa Parks and people like that in the 50s and 60s, notice nobody was talking like that. Nobody was talking like that with that mush mouth ass talk. Yeah.
To
We
me, that was more of the white Southern people that talked like that.
right.
The people from down south. And what I wanted to say, Tariq, man, I'm so happy to hear that you put Myron in his place, because I hate that false narrative that black people lead American crime. Like,
Right.
no, like, what are y'all crazy? Like that? We do not lead American crime, first of all. And if you do the statistics, poor white people commit more crime than poor black people. It's just we have more people that's in poverty, and if we get our people out of poverty, we're not going to be committing no crimes. So I
Exactly.
just hate that whole thing, because we're not a violent people. Like, African Americans are beautiful, and I love our people. So I was so happy to hear that, man, and I just wanted to shout you out for that.
Much respect. A lot of people are glad that I got Myron's ass straight. Family, I'm like I said, I'd be damned if I let musty ass Tether bring their ass over here and denigrate foundational black Americans. And when you come from utter filth, I've been going in on these tethers for years, years, years. The Dinesh D'Souza's and all of that. Those people who come over here and try to make a living by denigrating foundational black Americans, talking about crime. And these people come from utter filth. Man, Y'all should have been checking them folks a long time ago. If you Google dirtiest countries in the world, look at what comes up. India, Pakistan, the same people who come over here talking about us, they come from utter damn filth. Now, just keep it a damn buck. So when I told Myron, you don't have the liberty to sit up here and say anything about us. Nothing. You can't sit here and say a damn thing about us when your homeland is in shambles and people are washing their hair with cow piss. Literally. Those images that they like to show, by trying to insult us. A lot of those 4chan racists like to show these weird African tribes to denigrate us. That doesn't bother me. I ain't from over there. We ain't from over there. Go holler at your boy Myron. Those are his people. Brother Dwan B, hop on, sir.
What's up, brother? I just want
How
to
you
be.
been, man?
I've been good, man. I've been good. I just wanted to hop on real quick, just to piggyback on something you said earlier about slavery. How we weren't all just stupid and doing illiterate.
Yeah.
Slaves had all kinds of different positions. In my music research, I'm coming up on when I say dozens and dozens of black composers that were actually slaves, and we talking about slave contracts. You actually had a circuit of slaves that were musicians in the 1800s that were going around the country, around the world, because some of these cats was going to foreign countries
Mm-hmm.
and performing, and just the white person that owned them got all the money. Like
Yes.
so we were for as far as picking cotton goes, it was inventions, it was also music, it was all that stuff was going on, and the same things that we see right now. You had a segment of black society that was going around the world, touring the world as musicians, but they were slaves, and they
Mm-hmm.
knew how to read and compose music and do everything else that we can do now. So man, it go way deeper than they throw it out to us to be. That's all I
Oh,
want to say.
my man, thank you so
Mm.
much. Oh yeah, man. Our history is deep, man. As foundational Black Americans, we got a real deep and rich history, and nobody can say anything slick about us, including the white supremacists. I don't let them talk slick either. They can't say anything when they start talking about this is a white man's land. Man, again, I always point out the white supremacists, they failed miserably when they tried to get something going on over here on their own. They failed. They were failing over there in Europe. They didn't have it popping. Yeah. It was not popping over there whatsoever. People were utilizing the ingenuity that we have, and they still do. You understand? Um, Let me see. Merciless, I had you on, man. You were capping too much. Talking about you were from Long Beach, and dude, you were capping too much. I had you on, and you got caught up in too many lies. So I don't really want to hear your lies. Let's get Bongo TV. Bongo TV in the building. Brother Bongo TV, hop on.
Oh, what's good, man? Peace and respect, brother.
My brother, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm good. What's on your mind?
So yeah, I went to the microphone check down in Dallas. You got a standing ovation. Just want to let you know that that
I
was a
love
really
it.
good movie.
Love it. Love it.
And,
Dwan was in that. Dwan was phenomenal in it.
oh yeah, like it was old cats in there, it was young cats, everybody in there. Was some Yamazons in there. I was trying to holler at one girl, but don't worry about that.
Uh,
Uh, so yeah, I was in Philly probably in December, and I was renting a car,
mm-hmm,
and then it was a guy. It was the woman that was renting the car. She looked like she was Foundation Black American, but then it was a guy that came in and he had a West African kind of like accent, and he was renting the car from another a place. If you look in the car rental place, they have different sections where you can rent from different companies.
mm-hmm,
But the woman he was renting from was an Arab woman, and she wouldn't rent him a car. She said that his ID was fake, but you can clear he was from like West Africa or whatever. And then he was like, "I've never had this happen before." And then she went and got the manager. The manager was like, "No, let's not rent him one." He was like, and before he was about to say, "Hey, I think this has something to do with race," and she interrupted him and said, "Hey, no, don't even go there. I'm more African American than you." And
mm.
she was clearly Arab. Like, and so it's kind of like, and then me and the other girl kind of looked at each other like it, what is she playing rank on him or whatever? So they ended up not renting him the car. He had to go to another place, and then they rented him the car. But I think this delineation came right on time. It's right on point because what can you say? She could be more African American than him because she was speaking with an American accent, but she was clearly Arab. She could have been from Libya, she could have been from Morocco, somewhere else, but she pulled that car African American. And you sitting
Right.
up there like you're not black, even though whatever you can still be racist to them. You're not saying that you're black, but it's like, what could we say? So
It-
this delineation came right on time. I just want to land there.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they will try to pull that. Because I've had some people who like from like South Africa somewhere, and they're trying to be like, "Well, I'm more African American than you guys because I'm from Africa." All right, which is correct, but I'm a foundational Black American. Then that shuts them right on up. You see, when we delineate, because see, there's been this thing where they have to try to Africanize us to get us to think that we're foreigners on our own land. That's been a Jedi mind trick that they've been running on us for the longest to get us to believe that we are foreigners on our own land and we've been here longer than any damn body, including the red natives. Ain't that right, Merciless? Hold on, now let me get you on here because he comes from partially red native lineage. Merciless, hop on. Let me get him up here. Merciless, hop on. Turn your mic on. Merciless, I can't hear you. Well, now you quiet. Now hop on, man. Unmute your microphone. All right, while we're waiting on Merciless to get his microphone together, let's get El Hotep in the building.
Yo, how you doing, Tariq? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. I just got a quick question, real quick. I was on a space earlier today, man, with Judge Joe Brown, and the
Yeah.
topic was are Democratic policies hurting Black Americans? And there was this lady who came on, and she was a Black American, and she was saying how reparations is not needed for Black Americans due to the fact that we have not created a city. She stated that Tulsa, Oklahoma, was a city founded by a Native American, and I just want to get your thoughts on that because I was bringing to her attention, Oxfordville in Georgia, how that was a black city that was flooded. You got Wilmington, and I'm glad you brought that up. And you got various other black cities that were destroyed. And it's to me the number one threat right now to black people are traitors and sellouts.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that whole thing about people come up with these crazy excuses where it's a bunch of plebiscite babble where you didn't create a city. That doesn't matter. Because, well, if you want to be technical, we have created several cities and towns all around the United States. So that ain't true. That's not true. Hell, you want to talk about Oklahoma? Oklahoma has the most black founded towns. Those black Seminoles, John Horse and those guys were founding towns all over Oklahoma. Google that. Google the state with the most black founded towns. It's in Oklahoma. And we had black towns all over the place in Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, California, Allensworth, California, black town, right up there north of Bakersville. You can still go up there. It's like a museum, outdoor museum now. We have black towns all over this country. That's horse crap. But that doesn't matter because we can still get reparations. We can be compensated because these people knew how to target us for economic deprivation. They knew how to Jim Crow us. See, when it was time to punish black folks, they knew exactly who we were. They knew how to find us. They knew how to identify us to punish us. They knew how to identify us. And they go one drop rule. They knew how to deprive us of resources. They knew where to go to take stuff from us. But now when it's time to compensate, everybody wants to be dumb. Well, how that gonna work? I don't. People is so mixed up now. I don't know. Is the nigga Puerto Rican? I don't know. I don't know what's what now. No. No. Y'all gonna reward us and compensate us the same way you punished us, the same exact way. So they're not going to play dumb on us. We're not going to let them do that. We're not going to let them do that at all. And they give compensation to LGBT people. You understand? There's not an LGBT city per se or an LGBT nation. They know how to give compensation to people. So yeah, don't let people try to talk that defeatist plebiscite babble nonsense. People love to start plebiscite babbling when it comes to our reparations. Merciless, you want to try it again? Let me get you back on here.
All right, word. I can hear you.
There,
I can hear you now. What's
there you
good, my
go.
man?
What's going on, Merciless? You've been raising your hand and
Yeah,
gesticulating.
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to first off say I appreciate the free publicity. You know, the homie E once said all publicity is good publicity, so I appreciate that.
Hmm.
I wanted to
For people
also
who are desperate for clout, but go ahead.
right. I know what you mean. But I wanted to, chime in on that. Like, rather than, spend all this time trying to tear someone like me down, why don't you try building with me, man? I mean, you would actually find that me and you actually have a lot of the same goals.
Now, what did I do
You
to
know,
tear you down? Who are you to who are you to tear down?
well,
What do you have to tear down? Your
okay, that's a
TP?
fair point.
Right.
Okay, no, that's that's a
The
fair
hell am I
point.
tear down? You ain't got shit. What am I gonna tear down?
Right. Okay, that's a fair point. That's a fair point,
All
my
right.
bad. But I wanted to touch on what I believe Davinsky said about the Buffalo Soldiers. I mean, that history in particular kind of did rub me the wrong way because at the same time, you did have five civilized tribes that did enslave people, but you had the rest of the tribes um, in the Americas. They actually went out of their way to free black people from the plantation owners. They
Who?
actually, the Lakota for one, which I'm a part of. You had the Navajo, you had the Comanche. They would literally raid plantations and recruit black people to join the resistance against the whites. I mean, this is what I was trying to say the other day. I mean, by just
Now, okay,
how
now
would you
let's look at the flip side because you had a lot of them red native tribes. A lot of them were working with
those
the
were only
U.S.
fi- those were only the five tribes though. I mean,
No,
and
no,
to
there were
this day,
others. There were
no,
others because the Comanches they were fighting the Black Seminoles. By the way, down in Mexico, they were down there fighting them, dude. Come on now, let's tell all of it. We got to tell all of it. We got to tell all of it. Some
well,
of those,
in that case,
some of those Comanches,
it's
some of
just
those Comanches.
tribe versus tribe at the same
Right, and
time.
some
I
of
mean,
the Comanches caught some black girls one time, and they skinned them, and John Horse and them whooped them damn Comanches' asses in retaliation for that.
that
Uh,
never Tariq, that never happened. That was propaganda. That
what you mean
never
it's
happened.
propaganda? The hell you talking about? It's propaganda.
That was something that they put out there to put fucking our two communities against each other. That
That
never
wasn't no damn
happened.
propaganda. It wasn't no propaganda. That happened. It's very well documented. And John Horse and the Black Seminoles
Okay, by
got
who?
their they got their
By
lick
who?
back. They got
By
their lick
who?
back and brought it to that ass.
Who
It
is
is
it?
very well
Who is it?
documented
Who is
that
it?
The
By who
Comanches
though?
hold
By
on,
who?
slow down. And also the Comanches were going in down into Mexico, and the Black Seminoles they made a deal with Mexico where they would guard the border down there for sovereignty and protection. So the Comanches were trying to
But
go down,
that wasn't for black people though. That was just for anybody. You know,
but the Comanches were coming at some of those black folks, and the black folks were fighting back. So we got to tell all of it. You can't talk about some Comanches who were raiding plantations and all of that. And the Comanches were plain Indians. They were mostly on the west. You
I
understand?
know. I know. My cousin's Comanche.
So what plantations were you talking about? Because there was slavery wasn't formal on the west. So what are you talking about?
It actually was. Like there were plantations, not very many. Now I'll give you that, not very many,
So what
but there
plantation?
were
Oh, all
some.
right. Okay. Now I know there was informal slavery on the
Right.
west, but what plantations did the Comanches raid?
I believe that's actually where my family had migrated. migrated
Where
from.
were the plantations the Comanches were raiding in the West? Because they were
Arizona, Texas,
wasn't
further
no
south.
plantations in
Yeah, there
Arizona.
were. Yes, there were,
There
sir.
were
Come on
not
now.
dude. There were
There,
not plant,
there was a couple. There wasn't a lot, but there was a
dude.
couple.
You capping your ass off.
I
There were,
never capped Tariq.
dude. They were not raiding plantations in Arizona, dude. Stop it. All
Yeah,
right.
they were. I'm trying to tell you, man, they were. I'm
Show
trying to
what?
tell you.
Show a source. Show a source. Give me a
Okay.
source.
All right. Hold up.
Come on
Let me.
now. I know you about to Google because you got to
No,
make
not
you.
yeah. Now I am. Now I
Yeah,
am
you
googling.
because you're making your horse shit up as you go along. All right. Come on, Google, and let's see what Google pops up. You got to make it up and try to look up some justification later. You
Okay,
can't find nothing, can
plantation.
you?
No, 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 no.
You
I'm
can't
looking it up
find
right now.
nothing.
Okay, there's an article called "The Cursed Letters of Arizona's Secret Slave Plantation" by Ryan Bull. Surrounded by desert and what they all believe to be Mexico, the slaves became subject to the mad designs of Guadari. I can't pronounce that shit. Who they through brutal force, and then it just drifts off. So there were plantations there, but it was
No, it
just
wasn't. No, there
I have
wasn't.
Tariq. I have an article, man. I mean, I'm trying.
What's the? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna look up the article. There were no slave plantations in no damn Arizona.
it's
Arizona didn't have the terrain for a damn slave plantation. This is too deserty and dry. What are they going to grow in Arizona on a plantation?
well, I mean, if it's too deserty and dry, so you're saying that's basically Mexico. The description of
No,
Mexico.
no, no.
So are you saying that there was no slavery in
All
Mexico
Mexico
then?
ain't dry and desert. No, all Mexico is not dry
A
and desert.
majority of it is.
No, like coming up into the Texas Rio Grande area, but deep down in Mexico, no, it's pretty lush and they have soil. And no, it ain't all deserty in Mexico. Mexico, no,
Hold on,
not
I
what's
posted it
that
in.
article again? What's that article again?
I
Name it.
posted it in. Hold on, let me actually post it in the jumbotron. I don't even know why I just posted it in the comments. Oh, there it is. Okay, here it is.
Oh, let me see this. Hold on. What damn plantation was in some damn Arizona? Oh, I can't see it.
It's in there. It's in there. Give it a few minutes.
And what's the name of it again? Name the. What's the title of the article?
Medium.com. The cursed letters of
Medium.
Arizona.
Oh Lord. Okay, go Medium. That anybody named Mama can write some bullshit on Medium. So
All
okay,
right, all right. I'll find another article then. I mean, yeah.
okay, there, Lord. Medium is
I didn't know. I
propaganda.
didn't know Medium what was a bad source.
Medium is
Okay.
basically a bootleg Wikipedia. Okay, it's a
I didn't know
bootleg.
Medium was a bad.
Okay,
My whole thing
the
was,
first letter of.
like
Hold on, what is this? Only one person has read. What is this? Hold on. What the hell is this? Okay, you got to create an account to read the whole story. What is it? Wait a minute. The cursed letter. This sounds like a novel or something. This don't even sound like a real situation. This sounds like some kind of fake novel.
no, it's real. It was in
This is a no,
2018.
dude. This no, it's not real. This dude, the writer, is a person who writes ghost stories. So
Yeah,
this
I
ain't
know that,
real.
but I mean, it's based
This
off
isn't
real
real,
places.
dude. You just tried to pass. This is why you were reluctant. This is like a novel that somebody done made up. All right.
Bro, it's okay. The plantation is actually called an Chitter Chiracocca Peak Plantation. That's what it's called. Look it up. I mean, I'm trying to tell you.
Dude, this is a novel, dude.
Oh my
That's a
god.
novel that somebody made up.
Okay, but it's based on an actual plantation. Like that's what you're not understanding. Like, there were plantations in the West too. Not very many, I'll give you that. I will give you that. Not very many. But there were plantations.
Where?
I mean, Arizona. I mean, it even Texas. Southwest. Region. Where my family actually migrated from, which you tried saying was fake. I actually did post my mom's picture. Did you see the color in her? She's
Okay,
black.
this is okay. God damn, dude, you go full of it. Okay, so you just quoted a goddamn novel. That's not real. You just quoted some shit that's not real.
It's based off of a real place.
Okay, you just making it up as you go along.
I'm not
Family,
that, bro. I'm too drunk to actually
family,
do
you
that
see
shit.
how people like these tethers come among our mix. This is why we have to delineate. I'm bringing this guy up as a case study and an example in real time how these tethers come among us lying and time wasting. You dig? Lying and wasting time. This dude just put up an article for a damn fictional novel about ghost stories. You understand? And he's just trying to lie his way through it. This is why we delineate, family. This is the reason we delineate. These people are just desperate to come in our mix and just babble and waste time and lie. This is why we don't have people like this as elected officials representing us, family. And when we don't want this nonsense, we're called extremists, nativists, and separatists. When we don't want idiots like this representing us. That's the last person on earth I would want to represent any of our interests. Just sitting here lying, babbling, wasting damn time. Black family, FBA family, do not be ashamed to not want these people as our representatives. It's okay to want people from our lineage to represent our interest. People come among us just lying, babbling, time wasting. They'll do that all damn day. We can't go in their mix and misrepresent them. We should not let them come around us misrepresenting us. You understand? All right, let's get Eric Johnson again. Let's get Eric Johnson. No, let me get Colorado. Colorado, hop on. Then I get Eric Johnson. Colorado,
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on, Colorado?
How you doing, sir? First time caller. Uh,
My man.
I came across your page. My cousin, he's a huge fan. He went to the last two rallies out in D.C. His name is
Love it.
Dred Scott. He's a big fan. So I hear a
Appreciate
lot about your stuff, but I actually started following your page and just decided to tune in and hear what you're talking about. I actually think your commentary is pretty entertaining. So, anyways, I just had a couple questions and then just let you do your thing. But
Absolutely. Absolutely.
my first question is uh kind of in line with what you was just talking about with people representing us. How does what is your take? And I'm sure you've answered this already, but what is your take as far as like I watched the BET Awards and it was a lot of virtual signaling and people speaking for us, which really don't necessarily align with some of my beliefs, but who elected these people to speak for us?
Well, yeah, the white media, they try to prop up some of these entertainers to speak for us, and these entertainers are going to do what the white people in the media tells them to do because these people control what movie roles they're going to get. They control their jobs, just like with Taraji P Henson. Okay, which my shut your ass up, dog. The dog over here snoring, choking. Um, damn fat dog. But yeah, going back to Taraji P. Henson, yeah, she's going to do what they tell her to do. Because remember, a few months ago, she was running around in the media crying about how she didn't get no money. You understand? So these people, man, in order to get a role, you got to go along with the program. These people make you do all types of stuff to get a damn movie role. You got to go, you got to push their agenda. Dudes, you're gonna have to go put a dress on and sashay around a little bit. You got to get on the red carpet with somebody and get into a fake relationship. They make you do all types of weird stuff. You got to get on TV and tell people to vote for immigrants and vote for transgender. And you know, they work you. The Hollywood industry is like pimps and hoes. Boy, they put you on the track. You got to hoe up till you blow up. You know, it's an amazing dynamic. Let's get Eric in here, brother Eric. Hop on.
Hey, brother Tariq, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna need that so-called native Mr. Merciless to put down the peace pipe. See, this is the problem with some of these folks. They be smoking crack out of their peace pipes, trying to get in touch with their native ancestors. It just have them going crazy. They be stuck like Joe Biden on the election. But
Yeah.
I do want to talk about the BET Awards. I'm gonna need some of these people to stop wearing these, off-brand Dollar Tree clothing, because the way that Little Mo was looking, she was looking like an off-brand Barbie doll from like
Oh yeah.
Nigeria. 'Cause
And I love
it was
Lil Mo.
looking real
What
terrible,
Lil Mo
and I
have
love her
on.
too. But that BBL is not kicking, baby. You gonna need to get you back. You gonna need to get yourself back in tune with how you was looking in the 2000s. This is all I had to say, Tariq. Keep
Thank you,
knocking these
brother.
critters out of the park, brother.
Thank you. And that's another thing with the BET Awards. I didn't really want to go there with it, but yeah, I was at the BET Awards. Why every people were looking a mess, man. Everybody looked like they just ate. Everybody looked like they were on their period. They were bloated. Eh, what was going on? Where were the stylists? Who's styling these people, man? It was real big backed. A lot of big backs running up and down the red carpet. Um, a lot of hot Cheeto stomachs and big wide backs and flabby arms. Damn, what happened to the Hollywood mystique of you're showing up, you're toned, you're looking like a Hollywood starlet. You look like a Hollywood starlet, but they were showing up at BET looking like a Home Depot starlet. If I want to see weird flabby shapes, I can just go down to the local Walmart and look at a greeter. They got to get it together. It was a mess. It was a damn mess. Okay, boy, I wish my dog. I got these Frenchies. Y'all got Frenchies, but these Frenchies, boy, they be breathing hard. Lulu, shut the hell up. Well, these Frenchies be loud as hell, man. All right, let me see. Let's get some other people in here. Cause I ain't gonna be on too long. I won't be on too long. Y'all raise your hand. What's up, Brooke? What's up? I see Brooke, Wani, Cornbread Mafia in the building. See the family down there. How many people we got in here? Okay, we almost got 1,000 people in the building. All right, let's get Jan DJ Alert in the building. Let's get DJ Alert in the building. What's up, DJ? Oh, DJ Alert bound. Wait, you here, DJ? What's up, bro? While we're waiting on DJ Alert to get his mic on, we'll wait for him to get it together. But yeah, that article from NBC, man, y'all check that article out. I wish I could put it in the jumbotron. I don't want to start digging for it, but that NBC article where they were talking about how foundational Black Americans are extremists because we ain't propping up Pan Africanism. Man, if they don't get the hell out of here, it ain't our job to sit up here and prop up Pan Africanism. That's not our job because Pan Africanism is basically a dead brand. Ain't nobody really propping it up. They're not propping it up in Africa. And to be honest, let's keep it a buck. Historically, many of these Pan-African organizations, they've been funded by the FBI and CIA. I want y'all to Google that. A lot of these Pan-African organizations, Lulu, shut up. A lot of these Pan-African organizations, when you start digging into them, these people were funded by CIA money. A lot of them were. A lot of them were. This is why even today, those Pan African studies and all of these things at HBCUs, they get all types of funding. They don't have a problem with universities teaching Pan Africanism. They ain't got a problem with that. They have no problem with that at all because what that does, that takes us off our land. That makes us foreigners on our land. Even the term African American, the whole thing is to make us comparative to foreigners. That's the whole thing, making us comparative to foreigners. So telling us that we were part of some ancient African civilization and oh, we're guests here. And no, when we start talking about our lineage here, we start talking about the greatness of our lineage and all the things that we've done here and created here, all of a sudden they get a little shaky because now we can start making very legitimate claims. You see? Let me get some. Let's get Nate. Nate in the building. Let's get Nate. Pop in, Nate. Man, wish this dog shut the hell up, man. Lulu, shut your ass up. What's up, Nate?
Hey, yo, Tariq,
What's going on with you, brother?
man, how you doing, brother? Man, happy birthday again, man. Shout outs to you and then the family and everything, man. I hope you had
Thank
a
you. So
good birthday.
I did, man. Thank you so much. What's on your mind, brother?
I want to ask you something. This probably be a little off topic. I just joined in. I've been playing a lot of your music lately, a lot of the Mink slides, man, at the family functions and the barbecues.
Oh
I
yeah,
wanted to ask you, because I do DJ and parties and everything, and everybody's grooving. Is there a way we could purchase a vinyl, any vinyl of your
yeah. Oh yeah. You can go to minkslide.com. We got vinyl of the first album. We got the vinyl of the first album, not the second one. But yeah, we got the Egyptian Musk on vinyl. Yeah, go to
Okay, okay.
minkslide.com. Absolutely.
Minkslide.com.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Hey man, you be rocking out, man. We loving it, man. It's straight barbecue music, it's kickback music, man. You did your thing on them albums. You and the whole Mink Slide crew, man. I hope you
Thank
come out with some more.
you.
It's off the chain. We loving it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Y'all gotta get on the Mink Slide vibe, man. A lot of folks like our Mink Slide stuff. Hold on, let me make sure I'm giving y'all the right site. Hold on, Mink Slide. Let me make sure I'm giving you guys the right website. It might be Mink Slide or minkslidemusic.com. Okay, yes, minkslide.com. So it's right. Yeah, minkslide.com. Um, yeah, y'all can get the Mink Slide stuff. Yeah, we be funking out, man. Our first album, Egyptian Musk, man, that shocked everybody. That was all up and down the Billboard charts. That shit was on the R&B charts, the hip hop charts. It was on the Heat Seekers charts. We were killing the game with that. It was on charts in Europe and Belize and all these other countries. That shit shocked us. It was just something we were doing for fun. We got on all types of international charts and we were going to go on tour. And then I found out I was banned from going to the damn UK. So that messed the tour up because they really like that 80s style funk, because that's what it is. We did a lot of throwback 80s style funk, and they like that. It's real big in the UK and parts of Europe. And we were going to go out there, and man, it was like, nigga, you cannot come out here. Weaponized, what's going on? Weaponized, hop on, brother. God, Lulu,
Yeah. I'm on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on, brother?
Man, what's going on, man? I'd just like to say, man, long time listener, first time caller. I had the privilege of checking out microphone check, man, with you, man, in LA, man. It was a beautiful thing. And when you say you had to be there, you had to be there. It was a beautiful vibe. But everything you do, brother, I just wanted to give you a shout out. I don't know why the BET still exists, man. It's terrible. I haven't toned in with them in so long, man. They just be missing the mark. But our
Yeah,
people, we got to just recognize all the sleights of hands, and man, we gonna be good though, man. But peace to the family.
yes, sir. Yeah, man, let's keep in mind, BT is white owned. We got to keep that in mind. BET is white owned, and let's be clear, a lot of non FBA people are working at BET. The people programming, it's a lot of non FBA people up there. And this is another thing that y'all need to peep. I mean, Lulu, god damn, hold on, man. Lulu, shut up. Hold on, let me throw some water on her ass. Hold on 1 second, guys. Damn, this loud ass dog. Hold on, y'all bear with me for a second. I'm gonna throw some water on her ass. Damn, loud ass damn dog, man. Sound like a big nigga sitting up here asleep. Like they about to wake up to go to work or something. But this is the thing, man, about BT, and I want y'all to notice, and just the music industry, I want y'all to notice something. Have you noticed that the FBA artists that they have parading around on BET and some of these award shows, like the Sexy Reds, Glorilla, all of these other people, are ultra performative ratchet. They make sure they're good and ratchet. But the non-FBA artists like Tyler and Tim's, they always make sure that they have a very dignified aura about themselves. You notice that? Some of these Afrobeat artists and these artists from Africa and all of these places, they they really portray them in a very dignified way. And you juxtapose that to the artists from here. That's a very deliberate thing, family. That's a very deliberate thing. Showing you they know how to market people. They deliberately market FBA artists ratchet and degenerate. They deliberately do that. You understand? You could easily sign a classy artist and market them in a way, the same way you market the Tims and the Tylers and all of those people. You can market them the same way. But they choose not to. They have Sexy Red doing all of this degenerate ass performative ratchetness. And that makes our culture look real funny style, you see. And that's by design. So we better understand the tricknology here. And again, look at the people who's assisting the white supremacists do this stuff. This is why they get a lot of writers and producers who are non-FBA. Go back to that Good Times reboot. The reason why they did that Good Times cartoon, they wanted to take away the dignity that the original Good Times had. Even though Good Times, they were in the projects and they were going through what they were going through, the characters outside of JJ, the characters had a certain level of dignity. Florida had a certain level of dignity. James had a level of dignity, and they killed him off. Michael was a revolutionary. He was a conscious kid. The black writer, was it Eric Monte? That was the black writer. He insisted on having that character in the series, and also our Caribbean sister Esther Roll, Florida Evans, played by Esther Rose, who's Bahamian. She's a Bahamian sister, but she was a writer. She insisted that she had a husband because they wanted her to be a single mother in Good Times. Y'all know that? That was a big thing in the 70s. In the early 70s, they wanted to do these shows showing all of these black single mothers. They had Claudia, that show with Diane Carroll. Um, they wanted to show black women as single mothers. That was the propaganda they wanted to put out there. And they wanted to have um, Esther Rolls. She was on a show called Maud, I think. And they wanted to do a spinoff and they wanted her to be a single mother. She said, no, 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 no. I don't want to be, no. Give me a husband on this show. Let's make it make sense. Give me a husband. I take my hat off to her and John Amos because they stood up and spoke out against a lot of stuff. They were very particular about the images that were being shown on that show. They didn't like all the buffoonery that JJ was doing, Jimmy Walker, John Amos, and Esther Roll. They didn't like that. And they really wasn't rocking with Jimmy Walker like that because they were like, hey, y'all turning this into the big buffoon show. And we ain't with all of that tap dancing and buffoonery. So they had a problem with that. And they spoke out against it a lot, you see? So a lot of them, those actors back then, they would speak up against a lot of this stuff. And they wanted to just make sure that there was a level of dignity in the show. They wanted to make sure that the Thelma character, she was a dignified sister. Michael was a dignified young man. If we're going to have JJ buck dancing and buffooning like he is, you got to have some dignity to balance this thing out. You got to have dignity to balance it out. Now, let's go to the cartoon reboot. It's all buffoonery. And that takes away from the spirit of the original Good Times show. Just nonstop, constant buffoonery. That wasn't it. That wasn't it at all. You see? And the writers on that show, that cartoon, these were non-FBA people. Y'all remember, look at the comedies that we had back in the 70s. What did we grow up on? You know, even if you had a silly character, all the other characters would balance that out. Look at shows like What's Happening. The only person who you could say was kind of buffoonish, which he wasn't, who was more kind of clownish to a certain degree, but he really wasn't, was Rerun. But he was just, he would dance a lot. But even that, he had a certain level of dignity. He was, the comic relief, and some of the other guys, they played the straight role. And then you had the mother character who was dignified. So they had dignity with these shows. And again, the mother on What's Happening was a single mother, but they would bring the father in every blue moon. So there was balance with these shows. You had a certain level of balance with it. You see, it wasn't just all buffoonery, buffoonery, buffoonery. And this was because a lot of those actors back then, you coming out of the Black Power movement, the Black consciousness movement, a lot of them would speak up on set and say, hey, no, if I do this, we got to have this, this, this. There has to be balance. We just can't be out here acting a damn fool, because we got to go back into the Black community and they're going to look at us funny style. So we have to represent a certain way. Now, when you have these tethers writing for these so-called Black shows, they don't have to come back to the community. They don't have to, they don't live around us. They live in their own little enclaves. So there's no blowback for them misrepresenting us. You know what I'm saying? There's no blowback from putting out filth and garbage misrepresenting us. Real interesting dynamics out here. Let's get a couple of more people in, because I won't be on here too long. And how many people we got? Almost 1,000 people in the building. Let me do this. Everybody raise your hand if you're ready to get on. Raise your hand if you are ready to get on. Raise your hand if you're ready to get on. Some very lovely sisters in here tonight. I see y'all. I'm looking down at the peanut gallery down here where everybody's chilling. Some very lovely sisters down there. Shout out to y'all. Well, your pictures look good. I know y'all probably sitting up there with a bonnet on and some Noxzema on your face, but your profile pictures look good. Let me say that. Because some of y'all, because when I do my Instagram live and I let people on, the profile picture be looking kind of different from the real deal sometimes. Yeah. All right. Let's get Noel in here. Let's get Noel B. All right. Noel, hop on, Noel. Noel, hop on, Noel.
Hey,
Okay,
Tariq.
so the woman. Okay, I thought you were a dude. Okay.
No,
How's your name, Noel?
I don't know. It just is.
Okay. So what's on your mind, Noel?
Lulu. You're gonna have to leave Lulu alone.
Look, Lulu got to shut her ass up. Damn. Just
I don't know why I love Lulu all of a sudden,
good
and
Lord.
I want to see a picture of Lulu.
Oh
And
yeah,
just leave Lulu alone because he or she sounds sweet.
yeah. She's a big old chunky girl. Yeah. You have any dogs? You got dogs?
I had a dog, but my dog passed, and my
Oh,
dog's name was Rusty.
okay.
He was a boy, a little boy. He was my baby. He
Mm-hmm.
died last February.
Oh, sorry to hear that. How long did you have Rusty? How long?
He was a rescue dog. I adopted him when he was 8,
Oh wow.
and yeah, we had him
Really?
until he was 13.
Wow.
Yeah, he was
Wow.
beautiful.
There you go. Well,
Yeah,
so, R.I.P. to Rusty. R.I.P. to him.
thank
Yes.
you very much. I just wanted to shout out to.
Thank you so much, Noel. I don't like them rescue dogs. My lady, some years ago, my lady got a rescue damn dog. Um, I don't know why, because I think she felt bad because we moved into a house over by the mountains, and the next day a coyote came and ate our damn dogs. They came and just killed the damn dogs. The very next day we moved in, we were pissed. I was pissed at the realtor for not telling me. He kind of low key gave a warning, but it was real weak. He was like, "Yeah, I hear there's coyotes around here. You got to bring your dogs in at night." All right. So we're like, okay, cool. We'll just let them out in the morning. We let the dogs out like 7 in the morning. The coyotes came out early in the morning and ate the dogs for breakfast. Ate the shit out of them. Just took them and ate them. I was pissed, and my lady was crying. She was pissed off, so she ended up she went and got a damn rescue dog, a dog named Diego, and I hated this dog because I think the dog used to live in a trap house. This motherfucker would be looking at the stove all night, just doing weird ass nigga shit. The dog would just be peeping out of curtains, hiding. The dog hears sirens and run off. What kind of damn dog is this? This nigga ass dog. So yeah, I think they had this dog in a trap house. This dog, I be asleep and I feel somebody looking at me, and the dog standing up on the side of the bed looking at me trembling, like he about to take some money from my ass or something. I'm like, you got to get rid of this fucking dog. This dog is weird, man. I did not like that dog at all. And, um, yeah, they had that dog low key trapping. You know. Let's get one more call in here because I don't want to be on too late. Raise your hand if you're ready to get on, ladies and gentlemen. Raise your hand if you are ready to get on. Oh Lord, we got Devin, the Dusty Tether. Oh Lord, should I let Devin up? Do y'all really want to hear Tether babble this time of night? Do y'all want to hear Musty Tether babble? All right, let's hear it. Let's hear Musty Tether babble from Devin. All right, Devin is a Nigerian tether. All right, Devin, let's hear some of your Musty Tether babble. What you got to say, Devin?
I know you cannot. I know you cannot resist me. I
Well, you
know.
can't resist deodorant either, but go ahead.
Okay. 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 Listen, your dog is an FBA dog. This is the problem with your dog. Eh,
It's not really FBA, it's a French bulldog. So he's French. So he's a tether like you. All
no, no. He an FBA
right.
dog. He afraid of.
No, he's a
Yeah.
tether. I got a big fat tether dog. Just like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. It was okay. I
She's
said
low.
this. I said
Yeah.
this. It was
All right,
you made a
I
funny
got a
story.
dog my dog has a janky hairline. So it's a
It
tether
was
dog.
no. It's an FBA dog, but it
No,
was a
no,
funny story.
my
Okay.
dog is choking. My dog is choking off Joloff. That's why she's snoring so
No.
much. But go ahead.
It's an FBA crackhead dog.
No. It's a musty
Okay,
tether
okay, I
dog.
want to speak, please.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
listen. Okay, I want to say this. Okay, now you're gonna get mad, but it is not your birthday. Okay, when it was your birthday, I say that today I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna say anything, but today is not your birthday, so I will speak. Okay, I will say you're not gonna like this, but why do you say that in that we don't have control of our countries when you don't have control of America?
Yeah, we don't. We don't have control of America.
We have control of our countries.
No, you don't.
Okay, okay. Listen,
Britain still controls you, and now China is controlling you now, sir.
no, listen. Can you tell me one country
It,
in
we at
Africa?
least we know that the white supremacists are running. We know y'all are in denial, and you have to
No,
flee while you're in denial. But go ahead.
you are 13% of the population there. We
Hmm.
are the majority of the population here.
And fleeing left and right. But go ahead.
No, so what makes America your country and we don't have our country?
Because we actually built the United States from scratch, and all of the cultural
Okay,
greatness of the
now
United States.
you just said the lies. Uh,
Okay, who built it?
who built what?
If we didn't build the United States and all the culture of the United States, well, who built it, sir?
The white man built it.
What culture did they create that
I
we
don't know.
didn't?
I don't know the white culture. I don't know. I
What,
know
what's white?
you.
Oh,
I
no,
know
no, no,
you are
no, no.
African and you
What's
are
white
not.
culture? What's white culture?
You did not build America.
What's
Okay,
white culture?
you say this to
What's
make.
white culture? What's
I
white
don't know
culture?
what is white culture. How do I know what is
All right,
white
so you
culture?
just babbling. Okay, there we go. So you
Genocide.
just,
I don't know.
okay, thank you.
Slavery.
Okay, you just saying stuff. Okay, there's musty tether babble. Okay, if you say something, you better elaborate on it. What the hell is white culture? Please elaborate. I don't know, nigga. Okay, there you go. Have a good night. You're not just going to be saying stuff. That's what you're not going to do. Let's get Nivek. Nivek in the building. What's up, Nivek?
Yeah, hello.
What's up, Nivek?
Yeah, yeah. My name is Kevin. I just it's basically Kevin backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin back. Okay, there you go. It's
Yes,
all right.
sir. Yes, sir. Big FBA. You know what I mean? I just wanted to revert back to the BET Awards real quick.
Yes, go ahead.
Um, I noticed that I don't know if too many people seen Ti when pretty much like after his daughter had performed, he pretty much like escorted her out. And I kind of took notes of that of like, oh, he probably caught on like, all right, she about the video that you had put up yesterday. You was like how there was a lot of vaginal juices
Yeah,
going around and shit. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, matter of fact, y'all probably noticed that. Like, yo, you know what? It's about to get crazy in here. Sexy Red about to perform. Oh hell no! Let me get my baby up out of here. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So yeah, I just wanted to kick in with that. You know what I mean? Blessings to you. Thank you for everything you putting on. Big
Much,
FBA.
much respect, brother. Let's get Sneha. Sneha. What's going on, Sneha? Just turn your microphone on, ma'am. Miss Sneha, turn your microphone on if you will. All right, Sneha, you just got up, just got on. You're a proud Indian. Do you know how to work the phone, ma'am? All right, Sneha, let me know when you know how to work the phone. Let's get Auntie Chai's kitchen. Auntie Chai's. I think I'm pronouncing her name right. Auntie Chai's kitchen.
Yes, hi Tariq. Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm good, dear. And you have a restaurant in Atlanta.
Yes, I've spoken to you before. You haven't followed me back.
I
That's
remember. Didn't you have a? Was you? Didn't you have a restaurant in New York at one point?
no. I'm just Atlanta right now.
Okay, okay. There
Tariq,
was another who had a restaurant, a Nigerian restaurant in New York. But go ahead, sis.
okay. Tariq, can I use your platform to advertise?
Yes. What do you want to advertise, dear?
Okay, so I'm currently in a competition. It's called Your Favorite Chef Competition. It is an online cooking competition with Carla Halls, the former host of The Chew. And I'm trying to build my business. I'm trying to, uplift myself. And I'm just going around asking for people to give me a chance, by voting for me, give me an opportunity to showcase my talents and share my culture with the world as well.
So, do you have a truck, a restaurant? What do you have? What do you have down in Atlanta?
So right now, I work out of commercial kitchen, so it's mostly home based.
Yeah.
Working out of commercial kitchen, so I'm trying to set up myself, and that's the reason why I joined this competition. Because there's a lot of things that it offers. It offers a very big platform. It
Okay.
offers $25,000 cash prize. It offers an opportunity to meet with a celebrity chef and get mentorship and stuff like that.
All right. Well,
Yes,
there.
sir.
Good luck to you, beloved. There you go. All right. Yeah, she's the Nigerian cook down in Atlanta. Uh, let's get where'd the Indian lady go? I wanted to see what she was talking about. I wanted to see what was on her mind. All right. Dr. Davinsky, what is white culture? Well, I know you're just gonna troll your way out of it. Can somebody in the dominant society call up and tell us what white culture is? I would love to know what white culture is. What's white culture? That would be very interesting to know about. All right. Can anybody describe what white culture is? Raise your hand. I would like for somebody in the dominant society to school us and educate us on that. Don't seem like I got too many people willing to do that. And we got a lot of people in here tonight. All right. Dr. Davinsky, you're just going to troll your way out of it. So, no, you don't count. You're a white supremacist troll. So, you don't really have a real legitimate answer. All right. Let's get housing. Let's get housing here. Housing. Just turn your microphone on, brother. All right. Let's get let me see who else we got. Um, raise your hand if you're ready to get on. Let's try it like that. Raise your hand if you're ready to get on. Devin, your musty self, you're not coming back on. You just like to hear yourself talk. You're just trying to get clout. All right. Let's get housing.
Yeah, top of the morning. I'm from out of New York. Shout out to you, Tariq. How you
My
doing?
man. I'm good, brother. How are you?
I just want to, add on to BET. I'm going to leave it like this. The program is straight trash, and our young kids shouldn't even be watching that stuff. It's disgusting.
Mm.
And I'm going to
Yeah,
land my plane there.
thank you, man. Yeah, a lot of people, man, are just very turned off by BET's Get Down right now, man. A lot of people are turned off by it. Anyway, but I digress. All right, let me get up out of here, family. Y'all go to rootworkstyle.com, get your Rootwork deodorant. If you want the vinyl record for Mink Slide, our album Egyptian Musk, that's we got that on vinyl, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you know what? Crushed Velvet is on vinyl too. Okay, we got two albums on vinyl. I didn't know. I forgot Crushed Velvet was on vinyl too. That was our second album, and that was on the top 100 Billboard charts. So yeah, Egyptian Musk. Hold on, let me see. Both of them should be on here. Okay, yeah. Egyptian Musk and Crushed Velvet, the two Mink Slide albums. Those are available on vinyl, so y'all should get them and have them as collector's items. Because that was another reason why I did the Mink Slide project. The reason why I did it was because a lot of my old rap mixtapes from the 90s, they were being sold overseas for thousands of dollars. They grew in value over the years. And, I don't have any real publishing on those things. But with the Mink Slide, I said, oh, I can do more music. Let me get the publishing straight on this and get this out. And the value of it is going to grow in the future. So these things are going to be collector's items because we're going to make them very rare. So we printed up a very limited edition of the vinyl. So we're going to make them very, very rare and put them in circulation, and then the value will grow and go up over the years. So these are going to be major collector's items over the years. So you guys go to minkslide.com and get the vinyl records and keep them. I wish I kept a lot of my records, my old records back in the day. Because records now, man, especially old records, those records that we used to have in the 70s and 80s, them joints are very valuable, especially like on eBay, places like that. A lot of vinyl records are valuable, man. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to put this stuff on vinyl so that people can have them as physical collectors' items. You dig? But anyway, man, let me get up out of here, man. It's been real. Go to minkslide.com, hiddenhistorymuseum.com, rootworkstyle.com. Holla. Peace. Papi Kute Lolavuve to the family. Peace.
In the rhythm of life, there's a melody that dances with every step we take. And in those steps, there's a tale of legacy, of culture, and of the spirits that guide us. Introducing Rootwork, where tradition and heritage intertwine. Crafted from the essence of foundational Black American rootwork, Rootwork deodorant is more than just a scent. It's a connection to the spirits of our ancestors, with 6 enchanting scents to choose from, each infused with the potent High John the Conqueror root, known for its healing and protective properties. Long-lasting and enchanting, Rootwork deodorant will keep you feeling fresh while embracing the spirit of Mojora, the very essence of Rootwork culture. Rootwork deodorant, where tradition and heritage intertwine. Experience the power at rootworkstyle.com. Let your spirit dance in the rhythm of Rootwork.